got the brooms out today. Going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Sensitive Media Tuner Cap this afternoon's game to the Phillies and the Miami Marlins. As the Phillies defeat the Marlins, but final score up 4-0 as we sweep out this three-game series and head into the All-Star break on a high note. And I guess before we get into this video, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please engage your bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So a sweep in Miami. I mean, as our fortune changed down there, I think it's safe to say that I think it has. We have swept out a series in Miami Beach. I mean, something that we don't really do too often, right? I mean, especially over the last 4 seasons. So we finally get the job done down there. Finally. It feels weird to be saying we won the series, let alone swept the series. Is a whole nother story. So we were able to do that. Yadier Munoz with a big 2-run home run this afternoon to give us a 4-0 lead at that time. As we pick up the scoring summary here in the top of the 4th inning, Alec Bohm doubles on a fly ball to right field. JT Realmuto comes around to score. Bohm's 13th double of the season, and it's 1-0 Philadelphia here in the 4th. So Alec Bohm currently riding a 6-game hit streak. Gets the job done right there to score. JT who continues to stay hot. We'll get to him in a little bit later once we get to the box score. But Alec Bohm hits the ball the other way again, right? We always talking about how good he is at hitting the ball the other way. So he does it again right there, and just missed a home run. It happened to hit just right off the wall. So 1-0 Phillies. So we pick it up here in the same inning. Matt Vierling doubles on a ground ball to left field. Alec Bohm comes around to score from second, and that was Vierling's 6th double of the season, and the Phillies now lead at 2-0. So back-to-back doubles for the Phillies now gives them a 2-0 lead. So it was bam. So we were able to get the job done right there off of Trevor Rogers there in that 4th inning. So Matt Vierling, that was his 2nd hit of the series, and it certainly was a big one to score Red Hat outcome. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Yadier Munoz with some icing on the cake as he homers on a fly ball to left field. A 2-run shot also scores Matt Vierling. That ball was crushed. I mean, he definitely got good one on that, ladies and gentlemen. Munoz 3rd home run of the season. And it's 4-0 Philadelphia. So Yadier Munoz continues to impress. He's certainly been productive. He's definitely had his good moments. So as I said, that ball was no wall scraper. That ball was absolutely crushed. So he sat there and watched it a little bit. I mean, not too much. So that would be your final 4-0 Phillies win. Back-to-back shutouts against the Marlins. Wow. We take 2 of 3 against them last month at Citizens Bank Park. Then we go down to Miami, down to Miami Beach, and we sweep out the series. So meanwhile, while the rest of the Phillies are going to be heading back to Philadelphia, Kyle Schwarber is going to be headed out to the Home Run Derby in Los Angeles, but he's going out there on kind of a rough note. But as we get to that now, his performance this afternoon as he's going into the All-Star break with a 2.8 average. I mean, think about it. He's going to be in the All-Star game. They're going to have up on the screen, Kyle Schwarber 2.8 average. We're going to think like, what in the world? Yes, he does have the 820 OPS, but it certainly dropped significantly. Of course, it did sit way above the 850 mark. It was almost creeping up to 900 as of like a week and a half ago to 2 weeks ago against the Nationals, and it's dropped all the way down to 820. This guy has just been so bad. He had that home run yesterday. I had hit him on one knee, but other than that, he's done nothing. Last week, he's only had 3 hits, and the 2 of those have been 2 solo home runs. So he has just been awful. As I said, he's not walking. He's just been so unproductive. At least at the beginning of the year when he was kind of struggling, at least he was drawing walks. He isn't drawing walks at all. He is looking terrible, and I'm confident that he will come out of this. I mean, I know he's going to come out of this, but this is just terrible. He's really going through a rough time right now, and Rhys Hoskins, he was performance this afternoon, also going down on strikes. A 244 average for Rhys, much more respectable than the 2.8 average for Schwarber. I mean, believe me, I'm a huge Schwarber fan. You know that. But I say it like it is. I mean, Rhys Hoskins, his OPS is 4 points lower than Kyle Schwarber at 816. Nick Castellanos, another hit this afternoon as he extends a hit streak. But a lot of one-hit games, though. It's not like he's having like these 2 or 3 hit games, as I said last night. I mean, there's a lot of one-hit games he's stringing together. I mean, hey, a hit is a hit. But it's not like he's doing a whole lot. A 251 average for Castellanos. Seems like it's been there for like a week. My gosh. A 673 OPS as it did drop a little bit today. And JT Realmuto, another knock today. Of course, it was that double. Also getting hit by a pitch scores one of the Phillies 4 runs on the Alec Bohm RBI double to right field. So a 252 average now for JT, a 722 OPS as that double today certainly did help that OPS. Obviously, it would. Alec Bohm 2 knocks, extends the hit streak to 6 games. Of course, he scores on the Matt Feeling RBI double as well. Alec Bohm with a 276 average, a 699 OPS. Alec Bohm with a 699 OPS. So just one shy of 700. This is a guy's OPS was like the 650s. I mean, that is how low it was. And look at where it is now. I mean, of course, he has a career 710 OPS, which isn't nearly that good, of course, but, it's definitely creeping now. It is certainly creeping up there. This guy has certainly been one of our hottest players the past, 2 weeks or so, and Matt Feeling, and hit was a big one, the ground ball, double to left field to score Alec Bohm. Of course, that made it a 2-0 game at that time, and, of course, he would later go on and score on the Yanyan Munoz 2-run home run. I mean, Matt Feeling only hitting 231 with 13 RBI, 646 OPS over his last 7 games. He's hitting 200. Of course, he was, kind of on the uptrend there a little bit. Going through this little slump he's been in, he's still been much more productive than guys like Odubel Herrera. Of course, Mickey Moniak, who's, now in AAA. He has just been worlds better than those guys. I mean, clearly. And Didi Gregorius, it was performance this afternoon. I mean, he had a great series in the first 2 games, and what an awful day he had this afternoon. And Yanyan Munoz, but it was a big one, the 2-run home run to left field. He absolutely crushed that one, folks. So good for him. So a 225 average for Yanyan Munoz to go along with a 779 OPS. I mean, think about that. And 40 at-bats, 3 home runs, and 7 RBI. I mean, that's certainly impressive. This is a part-time player who's providing you a 779 OPS. So OPS, just below 800. 21 points, below 800. I mean, that is certainly impressive. Certainly impressive. So this guy definitely needs to see more playing time. Yohan Camargo, 2 knocks this afternoon. He kind of seems like he's kind of set it in a groove. Of course, he came off the IL, didn't really look too good, and then they put him back on the IL, and he definitely looks himself. I mean, they definitely took him off too early, and I think now he's definitely started to settle in. Aaron Nola, I mean, my goodness gracious. You talk about a bounce-back start. This was incredible. 8 1/3, 4 hits. Of course, he didn't allow any runs as we pitched a shutout today, 1 walk and 10 strikeouts. I mean, massive. I mean, what a start to go into the All-Star break. I mean, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. 10 strikeouts. I mean, 10 strikeouts, a 3.13 ERA, and a 6-7 record now for Aaron Nola. As they, Rob Thompson tried to let him finish that complete game, but unfortunately he just couldn't do it. So of course Jose Alvarado came in and then got ground ball to third as Outcome stepped on third for the Force to end the game and to complete the Phillies sweep over the Miami Marlins at Loom Depot Park. Jose Alvarado was able to get the job done, collecting the final 2 outs of the ball game. So as I said, it is just weird to be sitting here saying the Phillies have swept a series in Miami. I mean, it is just weird. You don't really see it so often, as I said before, but we were able to do it. I mean, the offense came alive. I mean, 10 runs last night, 4 this afternoon, so that was enough. I mean, the first game only scoring 2 as we won 2-1. That really wasn't much of a offensive showing, but these past 2 games certainly were good offensive showings. So we were able to get the job done there. Now we have 5 days off as we have the Home Run Derby tomorrow night and the All-Star Game on Tuesday. So mid-season review coming tomorrow morning, maybe out a little afternoon, who knows, but mid-season review coming tomorrow, period. I'll be making a video about this, but the Phillies did select outfielder Justin Crawford, son of Carl Crawford, right, former MLB All-Star with the Dodgers, the Rays, and the Red Sox. Of course, they did select him in the first round, 17th pick overall. So congratulations to Justin Crawford. He's just a high school kid, of course, from Las Vegas. They're going around with Bryson Stott and Harp. That certainly is exciting. So I'll be talking about that a little bit. Of course, I did make a video about Andrew Painter last year. I don't know if it's going to be like a full-on, 14-minute video. There's not really a whole lot to talk about. I mean, of course, I'm going to be talking about, a scouting report and, how he is as a hitter and, how he is as a defender. Kind of the low point heading into the series, right? You're going down to Miami. And you have not played well over the past 4 seasons. I mean, it's been no secret. We hadn't won a series there since 2019, in April. Not only 2018, but the very beginning of 2019. Bryce Harper's first year in Philadelphia. Bryce Harper wasn't in Philly for like 2 months yet. Think about that. That's how long ago it was. I mean, we're going on a 4-game losing streak, heading to Miami. We were really at a low point. We were really just at a low point, and we were able to get the job done and more. I mean, we were able to do more than just win the series. So I'm certainly proud of this team. Aaron Nola, I mean, keep it up. I mean, Jose Aguilar getting thrown out of the game on that was a really, really good pitch. I mean, I don't know what in the world he was arguing about. I mean, as Ruben Moore Jr. said, it seemed like he wanted an early start to his All-Star break, and he certainly got it as he got rung in just the second inning. So Aaron Nola certainly was dominant, I mean, from the start. I mean, he just missed going a complete game. I do not blame Rob Thompson for doing that. I mean, of course, he was kind of running into some trouble there in the end. Jose Alvarado was able to produce the ground ball over the out boom as he stepped on third for the force. So as they did talk about today, I mean, Garrett Cooper, Marlins All-Star, going to the All-Star game out in Los Angeles, he's definitely been struggling, and so is Kyle Schwarber. And that's really, really discouraging. I mean, even when he was selected, that was last week when we were in St. Louis. I mean, you thought like, hey, I mean, good for this guy. I mean, seriously, good for this guy. I mean, what a way to follow it up. I mean, seriously. I mean, with half the week that he had, I mean, he had it made. I mean, he honestly could have easily at least tied Mike Schmidt's record for the most home runs by Phil prior to the All-Star break. And it's just, I mean, of course, he has the second most now. It surpassed Tomey and Howard for that. I mean, that's certainly impressive. So the second most home runs by Phil before the All-Star break. Kyle Schwarber here in 2022. So he does make some history, but he definitely could have done more. But you know what? It is what it is. It's not really the end of the world, I'll be honest with you. I'll be talking more about the Phillies' first half of the season tomorrow in the review. And of course, this is game 92. So we're definitely more than halfway through the season. 11 games more than halfway through the season. So the Home Run Derby is at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. And this is presented by T-Mobile at Dodger Stadium. It's going to be on ESPN. And we got the All-Star Game 8 p.m. on Tuesday night. So, of course, the NL All-Stars looking for their first win in the All-Star game since 2012. Bryce Harper's rookie year with the Nationals. That's how long it's been. Of course, Bryce Harper in that All-Star game at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, just totally missing a ball in left field. I mean, I think we all remember that was just bizarre. So the Phils will take on the Chicago Cubs. 7 to 5 p.m. on Friday night. Steely on the mound for Chicago, 3-6 with a 4.15 ERA, going against Kyle Gibson, 5-3 with a 4.35 ERA. So hopefully the Phils can get the job done in that Chicago series. This is a bad Cubs team. I mean, they barely even won today against the Mets. They should have won that first game of the doubleheader yesterday. Cubbies 35-57 as the Phils are now 6 above 500 at 49 and 43. So the Phils 8.5 back from the New York Mets, and the Atlanta Braves 2.5 back from the New York Mets. So, of course, the Braves did lose today, and so did the Mets. The Phils head in the All-Star break, tied for the third wildcard spot in the National League. Now, the good thing is let's say they are still tied at game 162. The Phillies in the tiebreaker game would have home field advantage because they did take the season series over the St. Louis Cardinals. Despite splitting the series at Busch Stadium, they were still able to win 2-3 at Citizens Bank Park, which means they did still take the season series over the St. Louis Cardinals. So that would allow them to have home field advantage if there were to be a tiebreaker game. Of course, we still got a long way to go. So I don't really see that happening. The Giants trail by half a game at 48 and 43. So it seems like their magic from last year just didn't really translate over to this year, and I'm very, very happy about that. I mean, I'm glad that Gabe Kapler, is kind of just shown for who he really is. 8 p.m. The Derby tomorrow night. So I might be live streaming on Instagram or something like that, but again, I mean, there's going to be no video. I mean, I wish Kyle Schwarber a lot of luck. So he's going to be going against the old man Albert Pujols, so that should be pretty easy dub for him. Hopefully he does get the job done. And then you got Alonso versus Acuna and Corey Seager, who shouldn't be in the Home Run Derby, let alone the All-Star game. And this is ridiculous. This guy is so overrated. Drives me nuts why everybody loves this guy. Was not worth the money that Texas paid him. And Juan Soto against Jose Ramirez of the Cleveland Guardians. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to the video. Please share the bell. Please like this video. Comment on this video. Share this video. Check out the social media link. Let's go to the section at Phillies Social Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter and Beyond Social Media. Card text 267-225-5092. Email me, philliesmedia@gmail.com. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm moving out. Talk to you. Let's go Phils. I'll see you guys.